Hi everybody, welcome back. It's Brad here from seekfitlife.tv. I'm documenting my journey to the world titles as a fitness model competitor, and I'm 6 days out from stepping on the stage for my very next fitness competition, which is on the 7th of May. It's the 1st of May today, and it's almost 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So real quick in this video, I want to talk about last Saturday, how I had my coaching session with my coach. I'll talk about how I had protein pancakes and the issues with the girl that I was dating, 4 dates, and then what happened there. And that sort of came to an interesting conclusion on Saturday. I'll talk to you about that in a sec. And then after that, I went out with my roommate. We had something to eat. So I'll talk about sort of Saturday in this video. So yeah, real quick, I had my coaching session with my competition coach on Saturday, so 2 days ago, and we didn't even train. It was actually more of a counselling session, and we both spoke about whether I would continue competing after this competition or not, because of the psychological stress that it's having on me right now. And I feel a lot better now, but on the Saturday, I was dealing with the girl and the whole dating thing with the chick and that sort of thing. And so that really threw me off. So if you're a contest competitor and you've got dating issues and relationship issues, you're probably well aware of how that can just completely fuck you up in terms of your training. And so it really kind of messed with me a little bit, and probably more so than what I thought it did at the time. But Penny said to me, she goes, look, it's very challenging to go back to back with competitions, like to finish one competition, then not have a break and then get ready for the next one, which is exactly what I'm doing. It was, my first competition ever was on the 5th of March. And now 2 months later, I'm getting back on stage again, no break, except a couple of days here and there where I just have refeeds, or I go and have like blowouts from my meal plan. If you followed the series, I've had ice cream blowouts. I've just gotten sick of this. I'm like, fuck this meal plan. And so if you followed the series through, you've seen I've had moments where it's gotten to me. And so she said, look, it's advisable that I suggest that you don't compete after this one, that you just call it a day. Otherwise you'll just walk away from the sport with a bad impression, and you don't want that. And so it's made me think, like, this whole documentary series is my journey to the world titles. And so I haven't thought specifically about stopping that journey and finishing after this competition. It has crossed my mind a few times, but I can't make a decision about that if I'm in a negative place in my head with regards to a girl that I'm dating or whatever. So it's just not the right time to make any rational decision. So, I feel a lot better now. So right now, as I speak, I'm going through to the world titles, and that's it. But during Penny and I's session, we were just talking about dating in general and how it sucks and everything else, because I've been single for a while and she's been single, and it's just terrible. So I don't want this to be a vent session about dating in general, but it's just, so we spoke about that. It was actually more a counselling session. And then after that session, so there's no training. It was just talk, and a bit of foam roller. She goes, look, Brad, go and get something, go and refeed, go and have something that's not on the meal plan. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I've done that a few times already. And so she goes, no, just go and eat something, like whatever. And so I went out, and actually, before I go any further, I want to throw this video, because Penny and I, we like to mess around a little bit, and like we have good like verbal foreplay. We sort of like really kind of joke around a bit. So I'm going to throw up a video actually of Penny and I. One of Penny's best jokes right now, coming right up. I'll flash over to that right now. Guys, so here's Coach Penny, and she's really concerned about whether she can pull off a good joke or not. So I decided to whip the camera out, and we're going to film one of her best jokes. Give me one of your best jokes.
Okay, all right, okay.
Give me one of your best jokes.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh God, I'm stuck.
Stage fright. Stage fright. Whatever comes naturally.
Oh, I can't do it. So that's where the problem is.
Which one did you use yesterday? So Penny's saying that her jokes don't really vibe it with the guys,
No one laughs at them.
and so I want to just get a public. Oh no one's going to see this except me. No, okay, so go. Best joke.
No.
Come on.
No.
Any joke?
No.
Just one.
No. I can't on demand.
Do you know what it is? Like, is it like a joke you always do, or?
No. I just make weird jokes. Or why they're not funny.
Come on.
No.
All right, sorry about that. False alarm. All right, that's. I wanted to chuck that in there before I moved on to the pancakes. So she locked up there on me, so she didn't come out with a joke. But anyway, so that's the chick that coaches me through this process. She's a great girl. We do get along really well. With good verbal foreplay. I just think I wish she was just there more. I wish she was more present during this journey for me, because I feel like most of the time I'm doing this alone. And we'll talk about that later. But anyway. After that, I went out and I had pancakes, right? And I had like peanut butter pancakes. Like, I'll throw up some photos now on your screen and some video as well. And I had a latte, and of course this stuff's not on the meal plan, and I'm talking about eating this stuff at like 8 days out from this competition, right? So like, I don't know how much protein's in that, 20-30 grams. This was at a cafe too. I didn't make this. And I was eating these pancakes. I'm like, they don't taste very good. I'm like, this is really disappointing. Like, fuck, I haven't had like protein pancakes in like 6 months. And I was eating these pancakes and I didn't like them at all. And I was finishing it up and I was like, what is this? It was bacon. I was like, I don't do bacon. I don't do bacon with pancakes. I just don't. It's horrible. And I'm like, that's why it tasted weird. In my mind, I wanted it to taste really good, because I'm like, this is how often do I get to do this? And then I walked away with a kind of an ordinary car. I was like, this is very disappointing. So I had that. And then I spent a bit of time at the cafe, just on my own, just thinking. And then after that, later on in the afternoon, Saturday afternoon, I caught up with this girl, because we arranged to meet face to face and have a discussion about, whether we continue dating or not. And remember, if you haven't followed the series already, I've brought this up a few times, and I won't go through it again. Just watch some of the previous videos. But we met on a dating website, and we great connection, kicked off really well. Amazing connection. I'm not just digging my head in the sand and thinking it's all one way, because I felt it both ways. And so, long story short, we met up, discussed it. She goes, look, Brad, I'm not feeling it. I don't have the emotional connection there anymore. She goes, I just realized I'm not emotionally. She goes, I just can't have a romantic. I can't be romantic with you. And I just can't, great guy, great this and that and this and that and all these great things and all these qualities and yada, yada, yada. But she just doesn't, she just said romantically, she's not, there's no chemistry on her side. So there you go. And then it was interesting because there's someone actually on YouTube, one of the subscribers here, and I'm not sure if he's going to be watching this right now, but he's obviously been tuning into the series, and he reached out directly on Instagram, and it was kind of like a bit of a coach to me on Instagram. I'm like, hey man, I'm about to meet up with her. So I set off the message like this, and he's like, look, I was totally in your situation, I know exactly how you feel. Your story reminds me of my own. And so I was kind of leveraging his story and thinking maybe this is serendipitous, like between this guy and myself. I'm like, maybe if I just kind of follow this guy's lead a little bit and maybe what he suggests, I'll just kind of run with that and see if I can kind of win this girl over. But anyway, so I met up with this girl and she said, I'm not vibing it. I'm not, I don't feel the connection. And then I was like, cool. We chatted for a little bit longer and it was sad. I was sad. What can I say? And I kind of tried to, I was like, hey, you don't really know me. Like, it's true, like 4 dates. You don't really know someone after 4 dates. And I was like, you haven't done this, we can do this, we can this, and this, and this, and this. And then she goes, like this, we're going to be friends, but that's about it. So we left, we parted. And then I was messaging this guy who's a subscriber to the channel, and he goes, man, you know, fight for her, like fight for it. I'm like, fuck, oh shit. I'm like, I don't know, I was a bit torn, and then by then it was like, oh, it's just going to be like such a Shakespearean moment right now, where it's like that dude that's kind of running back, and the chick's like walking off and about to jump in a car, and the guy's like running like this at the distance, like this, and, wait, don't go, wait, like this. And anyway, so I was kind of walking around looking for this chick. I'm like, I look like some fucking desperate dude right now, and so I sent her a message, and she goes like, I'm almost home. I'm like, oh gosh, okay. I know where she lives. I'm like, this is going to look really bad. And I was like, what do I do? I've got to do it now. Can't speak to her over the phone. Has to be face to face. I was like, this is so Shakespeare, like seriously. Anyway, so I ran home, jumped on my bike. By the way, have not done anything like this before, ever. And so I went to the park where near she lives, and I sent her a message saying, hey, I'm literally down the street at the park, meet me here 10 minutes. She goes, why are you here? I'm like, I need to tell you something, I've got 10 minutes, that's it. I've only got 10 minutes, it's gonna get dark, then it's gonna get really weird. She goes, no, like I'm going out tonight, I'm having dinner with someone else. I was like, all right, cool. And she goes, like, I've told you, not interested, like taking it further, that's it, finished. I'm like, all right, cool, respect. And then I said, look, if you want to hang out, be friends, let me know. I'll be here, I'll be around. That's kind of the short story of it. And then that's it, man. That's it. So disappointment, you know, I did my best. If you're watching this, the guy knows who I'm referring to. I really did my best, man. I really did. But she's just not vibing. It's nothing I can do about it. So, you know, maybe deep down girls like that, but I don't know. A little bit of a chase kind of thing. Anyway, so that night I went out with my roommate, Louise, and we had burger, because my coach sent me a message going, so you've had the pancakes, send me a photo that you've had the pancakes. She wanted me to prove to her that I've had the pancakes, right? So I sent a photo of my pancakes to my coach, and then she goes, you're gonna have a burger tonight? I'm like, oh man, I can't. So I went out with my roommate, and I went to, I'll show you photos of this and some video stuff like that. I had like a relatively, it was as clean as burger you can imagine. There was no sauces or cheese or anything crazy like that. It was just like a lean piece of 250 grams of Wagyu with eggplant and onions and a bun, right? Like we're talking 600 calories, 700 calories max, but I'm not supposed to even be talking about calories because that's not the point of it. So anyway, I had, at her request, to have this burger, and so I did. And sorry, I'm just reading my kind of what I need to talk about notes sort of thing. And that was it. So that was my Saturday. That was it. So I actually feel pretty liberated now. I feel actually really good. Now that sort of I know where I stand with a girl and she's not interested, and that's cool. And I've kind of let that go now. So it's a matter of being 6 days out, getting my head back into the game, and you know, getting ready for that competition. That's literally 6 days from now. So yeah, sorry to kind of waffle on a little bit there. If you want to follow the series further, then subscribe to the channel. If you have anything to say, leave the comments below, and yeah, reach out to me. Thanks guys, speak to you soon.